How y'all doing tonight, man? Well, again, that's why I always tell people, man, just wait before you rush to conclusion, opening your mouth, um, saying things about situations that you don't fully have the facts on. Because the truth will come out. And we're living in a time where the internet is undefeated. The internet got everything you did, said from 10, 15, 20 years ago, especially if you're a celebrity. Well, this past weekend, Mr. Alex Pretti of Minnesota became a celebrity. You know, I learned a lot of things in my 38 years on this earth. And one of those things I've learned from experience that the old folks used to always say, I know everybody who listened to the sound of my voice, they heard this saying. And that's quit while you're ahead. You know, Mr. Alex Pretti or whatever his name was, God rest his soul, was an ICU nurse. In Minnesota, I believe that's about that's about $90,000 a year. This past weekend, we had NFL championship football. It was a ice storm in the country, especially where he had in Minnesota. This man should have been in his house drinking hot cocoa, watching the NFL championships game like the rest of us men. But because he's been so brainwashed, propagandized, and demoralized by the evil, wicked Democratic Party and the members of it, such as Ilhan Omar, which is a congresswoman in his state, the governor, Tim Walz, thank God this man is not our vice president, the mayor, Jacob Fry, and all of the liberal Democrats who just go against anything Trump. All of the nonsense that they have spewed over these last couple of months while ICE just doing their job. They radicalized people like him, Miss Renee Good that was killed a couple of weeks ago. And it's sad to see these people lose their life for a cause that they don't even know that they being used. The Democrats, Ilhan Omar, Tim Walz, Jacob, these people, Obama, they don't care about these people. Only thing they care about, they understood. They have mastered radicalizing people. And they know that they got so many people in this world, even a nurse, as you can see on the screen, Mr. Alex Pretti, and all kind of people, especially people with formal education, because they're more able to be radicalized because they already indoctrinated. And it's easy to indoctrinate people who have formal education. They don't really use common sense. They don't even really have it. All of they are about data and listening to people on the news. They don't really have no critical thinking skills. And so they are very easily to radicalize. So I'm not surprised this was a nurse. Now they radicalize this man. Like I say, what they're trying to do is make these people get radicalized and make very bad moves against these ICE agents, which is going to cost them their life or freedom. And what they get to do is use these people's dead bodies to win the midterm that's happening later on this year, just the same way they used George Floyd dead body in 2020 to win the election. When people emotions are high, rationale is low. And people have been trained and coached over the last 10 years to hate Donald Trump and anything that he support, anything that he push, we supposed to go against it, even if it's good. And as you see today, this video that just was released today. It shows 2 weeks ago. This is why I said in the beginning of my video, quit while you're ahead. After this situation here, Mr. Alex Pretti should have said, you know what? I'm just not going to get in the way of these people. I'm going to let them people do their job. And again, I blame the government officials from the Democratic Party and in his state for not telling these people, look, let ICE do their job. Get out of their way. Let ICE do their job. If something happens and somebody's wrong, we'll take care of it from a court perspective. But they don't do that because they want more bodies like him. Then they come out and play, oh, this is sad. Y'all don't care about these people. But 2 weeks ago when this happened, he was agitating ICE, kicked these people light bulb out, got tackled to the ground. If he would have said, you know what, I'm done. Just think about this. I just want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to just sit right now, close your eyes, and imagine a nurse, an ICU nurse out here, because he has been so radicalized by the liberal media and the government officials in his state and around the United States. This is how this is not no street thug, no homeless man. This is a nurse. Would you want somebody with this type of mindset, this type of low IQ, this type of no mental capabilities person even caring for you in ICU? Not saying that they can't, because again, when you coming from that perspective, that's where their education for their job kicks in. But outside of that, this person has no it's just, I just don't want nobody like that even being my nurse. I'm just being honest with you. Because clearly he have no wisdom. Clearly he has a low IQ. Clearly he does not have any wisdom. Yeah, he may have a degree, which is just going to school, checking some boxes, going through a bunch of courses, listening to a professor teach you, memorizing what he said. That's all. Anybody can get a degree. We see that now. But I digress on that point. This happened 2 weeks ago. Now, he could have said, he'd have quit while he was ahead and said, you know what? I got wrestled down. I kind of got a little out of myself and kicked these people lights off. I could have got arrested. I don't know if he did get arrested, but I'm going to just let this go. I'm going to let these people do their job, and I'm going to go back to being a nurse in my nice home, living my nice life. I don't know if he have children or nothing. That hasn't come out yet. And this past weekend, he'd have never been out there. But because Mr. Alex Pretti doesn't understand the quit while you're ahead quote, he was out there this weekend agitating again and just so happened to lose his life. Now, we can always say, well, the ICE officers were wrong. I don't think they was wrong. And the reason why I don't think they was wrong, because although I've never been in law enforcement, I've been in the streets. And this man went to a protest with a gun, a fully loaded pistol, and an extra clip. So nobody knows what his end game was that day. Maybe he was prepared for, if this happened again, what you see on TV, if they try to do me that this time I'm shooting, and I'm going to have an extra clip to shoot a whole bunch of time. Because who goes to a protest with a fully loaded clip and an extra clip on the side? But once the agent seen the gun, he took the gun and yelled pistol. The other agent began to shoot, and he was reaching for the gun, Mr. Alex Pretti, all simultaneously. Now, how many shots was let off? I don't know. I think it was more than one. But when you're in these situations, you got to shoot to kill, because you or your partner's life can be on the line. This is a split second. People like, oh, well, he didn't have to. Listen, when you in these type of situations, again, I've been in these situations before, but on a street perspective, when you in these type of situations, man, you don't have time to think. You don't have, all the thing on your mind is survival of yourself and survival of your brethren, your comrades, your partners. And whatever you got to do to get out of that situation, that's what happened. They seen the man yell the gun. When he was taking the gun, he was yelling gun. And so at that point, he's being rattled to the ground. He's reaching for his side, although he don't know the gun gone. The other cop shot. But like I say, I stand with ICE, and I don't feel like ICE is wrong. But let's just say you come from the perspective and say ICE is wrong. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to do that. Listen, if this man would have been in his house watching NFL championship football or Roseanne, I don't care what he'd be. Guess what? Drinking his hot cocoa as cold as it was. Guess what he would be today? In the ICU giving vitals. But because he didn't do that, because he didn't learn from what happened from this situation that you see happening 2 weeks ago, he froze up somewhere now in the mall waiting to be eulogized. And it's just so sad, man. And like I always tell people, this man after going through that, and this even made, because I already had questioned that. I already had said, why was he there with not only a loaded pistol, but an extra clip? What was on his mind? And after this video just was released today, January 28, 2026, now he probably was saying, you know what? If they do me what they did me a couple of weeks ago, that's a wrap. I'm riding or dying. Who knows? Who knows? And I said that when it happened this weekend, and I'm saying it again, and I'm very affirmed and validated in me saying that. After seeing this already had happened to him, he probably was prepared. If they do this to me this time, somebody dying, and I'm going to have extra clip to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. But we'll never know what his plan was. So I'm going to end this video with this video. I'm about to play with this brother speaking. I'm going to let him speak, and I'm out of here. Thank y'all for watching this video. Your boy Vernon checking out.
News movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
This is yet another just vindicating example of the longer you wait, the more information we're going to get on some of these ICE shootings and stuff. And it just turns out that Alex Pretti was just an unstable guy who was attacking ICE even days before he was even killed. So it's not something that was new to him. It's not something that was out of the blue and, oh no, we don't know where it came from. He was just defending people. You can literally see the guy is losing his mind and kicking the back of this truck. Just like with Renee Good, we've been vindicated again.
Moment the news movement.
And this man was an ICU nurse. What amazing. I'm out of here, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow on Friday with the live stream. Peace. Love y'all.